Guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. I'm back. I know I haven't made a video in about 3 weeks. I've just been really busy, but anyways, I'm back. So I want to start talking about more about college football on my channel. I don't think I've ever made a college football video on my channel, and I'm gonna be starting today. So starting today, probably most of it will be done today. A little chunk of it tomorrow. I will be doing record predictions for the top college football teams. Now, I went through each conference in college football. There's 11 conferences, and I took the top team. I took which team I think will be the best from that conference and did a record prediction on them. I did a record prediction on them, and if there's a team I like in that conference or multiple teams, I'll do predictions on them if I'm a fan of them. But basically, like I said, I'm doing predictions of who I think will be the best from each conference, the top team from each conference. So let's get started. This video, every team will have a separate video. This video, I'm going to be doing record predictions for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. If you did not know, they are my favorite college football team. Last year, they made it all the way to the playoffs, and I was pretty sad. They got destroyed. I mean, absolutely demolished by Clemson. It was over by halftime. There were a lot of turnovers, a lot of fumbles. The defense and offense wasn't clicking. Ian Book wasn't particularly good. Dexter Williams, the running back, they couldn't get the run game going. But Ian Book's still there, but they lost Dexter Williams to the draft. That's a pretty big loss in my opinion. But anyway, Ian Book's still there. Brandon Wimbush transferred to UCF. Anyway, so Notre Dame is in the independent conference with, I think, like 5 or 6 other teams. 5 or 6 other teams, just because they don't want to become part of a conference. The explanation for that is because NBC pays them to have their games televised every week, and if they change conferences, they won't have their games televised on NBC every week, so it's a money issue. Anyways, let's get started. As I said, last year, Notre Dame made it to the playoff, but they lost in the college football semifinal to the Clemson Tigers. Hopefully they can get over that. So anyway, first game at Louisville, that's a win. Not much to say. Ever since Lamar Jackson left Louisville, they haven't been good. They weren't good last year. Even their last year when Lamar Jackson was there, they weren't that good. I mean, Lamar Jackson was still pretty good, but they weren't that good anyway last year and the past couple of years. Next, they're home against New Mexico. That's an easy win. Don't have to explain that much. Next, at Georgia. Now, this is going to be a pinnacle game in the season. This might decide early season if Notre Dame goes to the playoffs or not. I know it's only week 3. It's only early in the season, mid-September, or end of September, but it could decide if Notre Dame makes the playoffs or not. Georgia's got Jake Fromm. They got blanking on wide receivers, but they got Jake Fromm. The running back is who's the running back? I forgot the running back. I know it's a very popular top running back, but they got Jake Fromm at quarterback. Their defense is pretty good in my opinion. I know they lost DeAndre Baker to the draft, but it's pretty good in my opinion. But I think since Georgia's home and Notre Dame's on the road at Georgia, I think Notre Dame will lose. I'm sad to say. I think it will be a shootout. I think it will be a high-scoring game, maybe in the 50s, even 60s. Both teams can make it to the 50s, I think. It'll be a very good game, in my opinion. Close one, but I think Notre Dame will lose, and that means Georgia wins. Next, they're home against... Hold on. Next, they're home against Virginia. I think they'll win. Virginia, part of the ACC. I think Notre Dame will win since they're home. Bowling Green, that's an obvious, easy win for Notre Dame. USC, now this could be a trap game, This could definitely knock them out of the playoffs if Notre Dame loses. The USC is JT Daniels, now his sophomore year. He struggled a bit last year, but he can get it together. But I think Notre Dame will win. They almost lost against USC last year to knock them out of the playoff race, but they pulled it out at the end. And I think this year it will be the same thing. Notre Dame wins pretty comfortably at Michigan. They beat Michigan last year in the first game of the season by a pretty good margin. And even though they're at Michigan and Notre Dame's on the road, I think they will win. Because Michigan's defense is a little questionable. So is their offense. Their whole team is a little bit questionable. Next, Virginia Tech. I wouldn't say that's an easy win. Like, yeah, mark that down as a win. But I think it's a pretty sizable win, in my opinion. I think they will beat Virginia Tech at home. Notre Dame wins. At Duke, that's a win. Even though it's on the road, I think that's an easy win. You can mark that up as an easy win. Next, Navy. That's a win. Notre Dame and Navy play every year in the Notre Dame-Navy game. They play every single year, and Notre Dame wins most of the time anyway. And I think that won't change this year. It'll be the same this year. Notre Dame will beat Navy. Next, Boston College win. I don't think this is an easy win. I think it will be closer than a lot of people think. Boston College always gives teams good fights, but I think Notre Dame wins. Next, Notre Dame at Stanford. That's a win. I know Notre Dame played Stanford in, like, middle of the season last year. I mean, towards the end of the season last year in, like, early November this past year in the 2018 season, and they won. It was a close game. Well, not that close. I forgot the score. I was watching it. But, yeah, I think they'll win. I know Stanford has KJ Costello at quarterback. But I think Notre Dame will win because Notre Dame's defense, it's not the greatest, but it's okay to get by. Notre Dame's offense is pretty good, if you ask me. But, yeah, that's my final thoughts. The final record prediction for Notre Dame is 11-1. Again, they could lose some games here, like some wins ahead. They could use, like, at Stanford. They could lose to USC. They could even lose to Boston College. Or they could lose to at Michigan. But I think it'll be 11-1. It'll be tough for Notre Dame to get in the playoffs. I don't think this is enough to get in the playoffs just because of all the other teams. Yeah, just because all the other teams and stuff. Oh, also, for my college football plans, I will be previewing the Florida-Miami game. It's this Saturday, 7 o'clock on ESPN. I will be previewing that probably either tomorrow or the next day, so either tomorrow or Friday. And after all 11 conferences of these record predictions for this upcoming college football season, I will be going over the top 25 that came out 2 days ago, which would be Monday. So, yeah, I will be going over that, my thoughts. Anyways, Notre Dame's final record, 11-1. I don't think that's enough for the playoffs. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys fans of college football? What's your favorite team? What are your hopes for your team this year? Anyway, next, look out for more of these record predictions videos. Again, I'm taking the top team from each conference and predicting their record. Anyway, this is Basketball Star 1130. Bye.